Now this is our pistol grip cutter. It's kind of a fan favorite in terms of style here. There are tons of different styles. You just kind of find what's comfortable for you. But this one's comfortable for most everyone here. And right in here is a tiny carbide steel wheel. Now if we use something much thicker than our glass, you'd probably want something like diamond, but we don't need something like that. When it comes to cutting glass, you don't need very much pressure at all, 8 to 10 pounds at most. And you're looking for kind of like a scratchy noise. Now I made my score line. When you're cutting glass, you're not actually cutting all the way through. You're just making a tiny line and then using pressure to break it off. Now I'm going to take my running pliers. These are these curved pliers that have a little mark here in the middle that tell me where to line up my score line. And just a little bit of pressure and it breaks away. And it's the exact same thing for a curved line. Now sometimes your glass has a mind of its own and won't break evenly. That actually surprised me. I didn't think it would actually break evenly, but it did this time around. But as long as it cuts along your score line and outward, you're going to be okay. Other cases, like when I do circles, sometimes it cut parts in half. But we will see how this goes, right? So some people, they do their shapes differently. Some people just square it off and then get those other corners later. I'm somebody who wishes for the best and goes for it all at once. And when you're cutting glass, you can't lift your cutter, as it isn't exactly good for the glass or your cutter. But I've now traced all the way around, and once again, I just slowly break around. Sometimes it'll break in much larger pieces, sometimes much smaller. Just depends on how the glass is feeling that day. Now I have a couple little bits here that I did cut, they just didn't break off. So I'm going to take these breaking pliers and break them off using those instead, because they're too small for my running pliers. So I just grab that little bit and break off. That's pretty good, right? Now, of course, if I was using this in any project, I'd then take it to a grinder where I'd grind down the edges, making it nice and smooth, but it rolls. So it's circle enough, right? And with that circle done, that also